Hey guys, I'm Camby-McCaskill, author of Fallow and Her Keepers, and today I'm here at Farmshire-Sanctuary in Waynesville, North Carolina with the founder, Sarah, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about Farmshire, how it got started, how many animals we have here, and what their stories are about. Tell us a little bit about Farmshire, when it got started, how, and how many animals we have with us today.
So we've been a nonprofit for about 3 years, just over 3 years, but I have been rescuing pigs for close to 14 years. I got my first one 14 years ago, but we just got incorporated as a nonprofit business entity 3 years ago. So we started on another property that's about 15 minutes away, and then we've been at this location since August, so we're coming up on a year anniversary.
Oh wow, okay. And how many animals do you have here?
Right now we've got about 25. Most of these are permanent residents, but sometimes we do take in foster animals and we let them stay here through a quarantine period.
So how many animals do you have here currently?
So I've got about 25 right now, and everybody that's here currently is like a full-time resident, and this is their forever home. But I do take in foster animals, and I'll hold them through a quarantine period and then try to find placement for them. So we just got one pig out to their forever home that had been boarding with us for about 6 weeks, and we got the medical taken care of. But yeah, our population's kind of small, but we just try to network and find homes for animals people contact us about. So we have a pretty good network of other rescues in the Southeast, and we'll move the animals out to them.
Yeah, I recently found out that if you want a pig, she's the girl to go to, because she will find you one. And
I will.
who is your longest staying resident?
So Dharma was the first pig, and she was really the inspiration for this whole thing. So I got her when I was 20 and living in a dorm, and just got her as an impulse buy. Like those stories you hear about and you're like, how were they that dumb and uneducated when they got an animal? But that was me. But I made it work, and I learned about how to care for pigs, and then later decided I wanted to devote my life to rescuing them. So that's kind of like a positive side of that story, but the sad part is that about 90% of pigs purchased from breeders get surrendered before the age of 1. So most of them are dumped. Some make it to sanctuary, but every sanctuary I know of is full. So most of them are dumped in county shelters and sent to auction or euthanized.
What types of animals do you have here? It's not just pigs, right?
Yeah, so our mission is to rescue abused and abandoned farmed animals and to educate the public about why their rescue is necessary. So we definitely focus on pigs, but in general our mission is to rescue typical food animals from the agricultural industry. So as far as the pigs, it's about half and half potbellies that were dumped at shelters with the stories like I told you, like uneducated people that get them, not knowing what they need, and then the other half were rescued from farms where they were going to be slaughtered by 6 months old. So yeah, we focus on pigs, but we've got chickens, llamas, turkeys, ducks, and these were all part of animal agricultural, like exploitive operations.
Now, how old is he?
So he is about 9 years old. He is so sweet. He's very shy. He just lost his lifelong companion, Gwen. They were like best friends. They were pretty inseparable. You'd always find them cuddling with each other. And she just passed away from cancer a couple weeks ago. So he's been a little needy of attention, and we're okay with that.
How long does a pig usually live?
So a potbelly can live 20 to 25 years. A farm pig will live around 10 to 15. They typically get so big that they can't be mobile anymore. So when a farm pig gets euthanized, it's usually because they can't stand up, or they have skin cancer because they're pink and they get sunburnt. So pink is not very conducive to living out in the sun, and they're bred to be pink for their meat and because they typically don't see the light of day in these large factory farm operations. But they'll get skin cancer really easily, so that's why we're always encouraging them to wallow in the mud.
How would someone get involved with Farmshire, either volunteering or donating, or if they want a pet pig and they need you to find a pet pig for them?
I can do that. That would be one of my favorite requests. So yeah, you can reach out to us. We have a website. It's farmshire.org, and then we're on all the social medias. We've got Instagram, Facebook, a YouTube channel. So as far as how to support us, we are always wanting the community to be involved. Like today, we've got a large volunteer group coming. We're always in need of volunteers to help feed the animals, and then Sundays are kind of stop-in volunteer days for various projects, and that doesn't really require any training like some of it. And then, yeah, we always need donors, of course, as a nonprofit. We've got a Patreon page where you can be a monthly donor for as little as $1 or $5 a month, and you get, depending on the different tier, you get different little perks and prizes. And then, yeah, we have Venmo and PayPal, and we can take donations through a variety of platforms.
And I'll get all those from Sarah and link those below in this video. That way, if you want to donate or volunteer or find a pig, you can contact Sarah.
Also wanted to mention that this kind of started this year during the pandemic, where we couldn't operate exactly the same as we had been. So we were trying to just get creative about how to get people involved and how people could have an outlet to kind of work with us in unique ways. So we started an artist community. So we have a mural, and it just got started by our first artist. Our second artist starts next week, but we have a huge wall, and people can contribute art to that. We've had people that are writers that write poems or different things, and we try to see if we can get those submitted. If you play music and want to come do music therapy, there's just so many ways to be involved, and you might know of a way that I haven't thought of. So this is set up for the community and to be ran by the community. So definitely, if anybody has any suggestions of something they can offer, we're always down to hear it.
Okay. So I heard that you have a rapid response team in case of...
Yeah, for disaster response. So we launched that a couple years ago. The local group that had been doing it stopped doing it. So basically there was a need for it in the community. A hurricane hit, and we just launched a fundraiser, raised enough money for a boat, and sent our first team out for Hurricane Florence off the coast. And then after that, we've been to floods in Nebraska and South Dakota, and then we also use it to respond to massive hoarding situations. So we've been to Kentucky and Oregon for situations where there's hundreds of pigs that are about to get euthanized, and in those cases usually a bunch of sanctuaries come together to work on placement and networking, getting them all medical care, and then transporting them to sanctuaries across the country. So yeah, we just launched that, and we've done a lot of work already for it.
So how many would you say you've rescued since, just in the rapid response?
Well, just with the hoarding cases alone, close to 500 animals. If you want to donate specifically to that program so that we are ready to launch, you can donate through our Venmo and PayPal and just specify that you want it to go towards the rapid response.